impeachment move. Scores of SDP APC members defect to PDP in River State. Senators donate December salaries to victims of Kaduna bombing as lawyers threaten to sue. ECOWAS leaders meet in Abuja as region grapples with coup. On the foreign scene, Argentina's new president warns of economic shock treatment in his first speech. I am Ifechukwu Moanyeli with the news. More groups in River State are threatening to recall their lawmakers following the impeachment notice against the state governor Siminalayi Fubara. A social group, Ibuako Ibu Ehuda, has criticized the representative of Aswad.
In the last month, only to hear that she is part of a team of lawmakers desirous to impeach Governor Siminalayi Joseph Fubara. She did not consult with the people of the constituency one on the issue, and so whatever she is doing is anti-democratic and non-representative of our interests. He has 1 week to openly withdraw from that destructive path, or we, the registered voters in the constituency, will be forced to initiate a recall process against her in strict compliance with the provisions of 1999 Constitution as amended for loss of confidence and allegedly abandoning or neglecting the people of Akoda East Constituency 1 she represents.
The coordinators of Ibuako Ibu Ehuda also pledged their support for Governor Fubara's administration.
We are solidly behind the governor because we voted for him. He has the overwhelming mandate of our people. It's only when the people have decided to remove, not some persons. So it is important that we let the general public know that the people of Akoda East Constituency 1, particularly Akoda East and Ekpe by extension, are solidly behind Governor Siminalayi Fubara. We will not support any anti-democratic process to unseat him.
Another group, Eche Restoration Movement, joined to condemn the plot to impeach Governor Fubara. In a communique signed by the group's convener, Amadi Austin, and BOT chairman, Amechi Chris, they declared their support for the governor and lawmaker Edison Ehe, saying that the chaos is unnecessary as the governor has remained on track for the emancipation of the state and has vowed to put River State where it truly belongs in the country of Nigeria State. The communique also condemned the attack on Mr. Ehe and his family. While congratulating Governor Fubara on his recent victory at the Court of Appeal, the group called on Rivers people to support the governor and the lawmakers. And the lawmaker, now the convener of Eche Restoration Movement, spoke to newsmen on this.
For the records, we want the world and Rivers people to know that the good people of Eche are standing firmly and solidly behind our governor Sasim Fubara, and then the leadership of the 10th Assembly, ably led by Right Honorable Dr. Ehe Edison. It is on this note that we are calling on our brothers representing 2 constituencies to retrace their steps and realign with the governor to legislate for the good of Rivers people, else face recall from the people of Eche, and we are not joking about it.
Meanwhile, scores of SDP and APC members in Ahoda West local government area of River State have defected to the PDP. The deputy governorship candidate of the SDP in the last election, Patricia Bunaya, led the defection at a ceremony in Akinima yesterday.
Elections were conducted and Sim Fubara emerged governor. He's the governor of members of PDP, APC, SDP. Even if you are not in any party, Sim Fubara is your... God has placed Fubara there, and that is why we are here. We are going to support him to deliver that mandate that God has given to him. Secondly, Sim Fubara has decided to endorse an Ekpe son as the Speaker of the River State House Assembly.
The APC candidate for Ahoda West State constituency, Wilson Karibo, who led some APC members to the PDP, also spoke.
You will agree with me that I was the face of APC in Ahoda West, but today, we in APC and here present is 10 APC ward men. We also have here a considerable number of Nigerian ward ESCO. Just yesterday evening, about 10 leaders whispered to me that they want to join us. We are here to support the God-chosen governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara.
Receiving the defectors, the member representing Ahoda West State constituency, Sukari Goodboy, who represented Governor Fubara, said nobody can punish anyone for supporting the state governor. He also assured the people of Ahoda West that they would never be neglected in terms of appointments.
It's so unfortunate that those who are abusing or using unguided...
You will agree with me that I was the face of APC in Ahoda West, but today, we in APC are here present.
In the meantime, President General of the Rivers Youth Agenda, Buduka Walioba, has expressed disappointment that individuals who have gained from Nyesom Wike's administration are instigating ethnic crisis amid a perceived disagreement between the leaders. Speaking at a media briefing in Port Harcourt, Mr. Walioba said the group will not tolerate any attack on the FCT minister, whether from within or outside their political circle, under the guise of supporting Governor Fubara.
Statement against the Honorable Minister of the FCT are those who God have used him to bless here in the state. It will be unfortunate that some elders, as a matter of fact, will come up to raise some statements that encourages the crisis in the state, because that is the area they benefit from, to abuse His Excellency the FCT minister should desist forthwith. So we're advising them to stay out of that and see how they can join hands together in the state to create a relative peace in Rivers State. Rivers State is our own.
He, however, cautioned youth against being used to incite crisis.
It would be wrong for anybody to use the youth against the Honorable Minister. We're advising them not to allow themselves to be used by any of the politicians in the state to insult the person of His Excellency Chibras Ezemwesowike, the Honorable Minister of the FCT. Let's be guided, and let's also ensure that we do all programs that will attract peace, not programs that will attract problem in the state.
Away from that, tributes are still pouring in for a popular wedding cinematographer Michael Nwa reported in an accident at Harcourt Seiko. CEO Ashosio was to up his mother in Rumuola following sporadic shooting in the area when the accident happened. His photos and those of his wedding jobs have been circulating online ever since. Others narrated how he was rushed to hospitals after the crash but was rejected by some hospitals. Still to come, senators donate December salaries to victims of Kaduna bombing as lawyers threaten to sue. Stay with us.
God.
Akinibo youth Charles Wallason has appealed for the forgiveness of the paramount rule of Aramezel Chike. Speaking to newsmen at the palace, Mr. Wallason said he was misled to disrespect the first-class monarch whom he now describes as a father.
I'm here today at the Palace of His Majesty Eze Ewaluwodo Ezohapana to render apology to him as a father, not just as our king. Earlier this year, some of us were commissioned by Chief Billy of Honda, the chief of Woloma community, to disrespect the stool of His Majesty in the name of trying to come up with something like Eze have never existed. I've so far traced systems, and I urge every youth to the same. Disregard all meetings and invitations for crisis.
On the part, as Walwood said, he's happy that the former youth leader who was with.
It's interesting that one of my subjects, Charles Wallason, who behaved like a prodigal son, has come back to apologize and to pledge his loyalty to me. He used to be a youth president, but some disgruntled elements lured him out of where he's supposed to be. But he has realized himself and he's back. I have forgiven him. Even others who are yet to come back, I will also forgive them. I'm a father to all.
President of the Ogoni Liberation Initiative, Douglas Fabeke, says scores of farmers in Ogoni have benefited from the Agricultural Community Support Program initiated by the organization in partnership with Alternative Finance Bank and Global Entrepreneurship City Network. And the the group had finally been at Alt Finance Wengane who spoke.
We are looking for people to be that is the
Some beneficiaries of the program spoke.
Our family, because we've been doing all the time. This is an opportunity to have aid from a body which is going to boost the production.
We really take this loan to get our facility that we really need in our industry concerning frying machine and tying machine, concerning curry and cassava and yam. These are the machines that we really need.
I'm so excited. Before we used to farm and there is nothing come out before, but from this one now, my idea is excellent.
Moving on, the chairman of Ahoda East Local Government Area of River State, Benjamin Eke, says the planned skill acquisition and empowerment program of his administration is aimed at empowering residents, both indigenes and non-indigenes. Speaking ahead of the official flag-off of the program, he revealed plans to engage in more projects before the end of his tenure, aside from the project he had done before now, which include free medical care and distribution of school desks to all schools in Ahoda East. On the spot, the supervisor for Education in Ahoda East Council, Kingdom Ewe, said the current administration is set to employ 500 people in the area.
In terms of education, the chairman has been involved. He has been taking care of both and also empowering the law students. And presently, we are embarking on distribution of free school desks and also exercise books. And these are parts, and even this is the part, still continuously is doing them, making sure that up to the last day in the office, he will still be doing what he knows he can do, just like he's not tired of projects.
He, however, invited the general public to be part of the groundbreaking program.
The essence of this program is to empower the residents of Ahoda. The local government chairman is not tired of doing this good work, empowering his people to make sure they face the challenges of the economy. We are encouraging the public to come and grace the occasion and systems themselves. As for the youth, I encourage everybody to be there. Starting on Tuesday, 12th December, from 10 o'clock in the morning at the council secretariat, the occasion is. So you have many of the facilitators, those taking care of the catering, the fashion and design, the wedding, all of them, they are many.
The skill acquisition program, which includes diverse skill sets such as catering, fashion design, welding, hairdressing, computer appreciation, and more, is scheduled for Tuesday, December 12th by 10 a.m. at the Ahoda East Local Government Council Secretariat. All 109 senators have donated their December salaries to the victims of the military airstrikes in Kaduna State, which killed about 120 people last Sunday. Meanwhile, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, says the airstrike incident was a mistake that will not be repeated.
We notice we're all wearing black armbands. This is to commemorate those that have died during the last incident in Kaduna. We will take every measure to ensure it does not happen. And for the families, we pray for the repose of those that have died. And those that are injured, we will make sure that they are provided. You can see the federal government and everyone is putting hands on deck to ensure that we take care of the community, take care of those that have been injured, and to also ensure that this doesn't happen again. I want to thank all the Nigerians for understanding with members of the armed forces and other security agencies. It was not deliberate.
Lawyers under the auspices of the Concerned Northern Forum plans to sue the federal government over the air bombing as they demand compensation for the victims. In other news, West African leaders met on Sunday in Abuja for talks. This is as the region recorded coups in Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, and Niger since 2020. Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau also recorded attempted coup in recent weeks. Addressing the gathering yesterday, President Bola Tinubu, who is the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, urged West African leaders to prioritize good governance to prevent unconstitutional changes of government.
Good governance that tackles the challenges of poverty, inequality, and other concerns of the people. We will have succeeded in addressing some of the root causes of military intervention in civilian process in our region. Democracy must win if we fight for it, and we will definitely fight for democracy.
And on the international scene, Argentina's new president, Javier Milei, has vowed to deliver economic shock treatment in his first speech after formally taking office. And that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. More groups are threatening to recall Rivers lawmakers over the impeachment move against the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara. Senators have donated their December salaries to victims of Kaduna bombing as lawyers threaten to sue the federal government over the era bombing. And on the foreign scene, Argentina's new president has warned of economic shock treatment in his first speech. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.